Hi YouTube, today I'm going to tell you a story of my best friend. Her name was May Patterson and I met her in 2012 in college. We was doing health and social care level 2 and we just clicked, we became friends and we started hanging out. And yeah, she was 17 and I was 16. May loved aliens and space. She loved Alan Watts. She always had a bottle of water with her, her earphones and chewing gum. And she absolutely loved Weetabix and porridge. May was diagnosed with general anxiety disorder, depression and borderline personality disorder. None of these conditions were managed. The mental health team didn't really have any intervention in May's care. She was kind of left to her own devices. She was never prescribed any medicine. She always would go and self-medicate. She would find prescriptions online. Suffered with self-harming, so all her arms would be covered and her thighs, and she'd had taken overdoses with painkillers before, and she would get drunk when she was in a very low mood. The last time I spoke to May, she said, you know, I really feel down, I think I'm gonna buy some alcohol and get drunk. And I said, don't do that, come round. And she said, I really don't feel like up to it. I don't want to come round. I'm gonna stay here and drink, but I'm free tomorrow. So I said, yeah, sure, okay, come round tomorrow. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. And the last text that she sent me was, I'm drunk now, man. And I just sent some smiley faces. So the next day I got in the shower and I was waiting for May to come round. By this time I just assumed that she was already on the train, you know, on the way to my house. And then my younger sister Nicole came into the bathroom and was like, have you seen May's Facebook? And I was like, no, what? And then she was like, all these people are saying rest in peace. And I was like, well, that's a nasty joke, that's a cruel joke, like that's so sick, why would people do that? And she was like, I don't know if it's a joke. And I was like, well, of course it's a joke, you know, May's coming round. We like Mum, Dad, Nicole, they all knew that May was coming round that day and we was expecting her to turn up. So I was like, well, of course it's a joke, you know, you already know that she's on her way here. But still I wanted to see these messages for myself. So I quickly got out the shower and I was on my computer. Well, I was waiting for the computer to load and everything was going so slow. I managed to get the computer on and saw the messages, and there were loads. So I inboxed someone, and I can't remember who it was, but I inboxed someone saying, how did you know this? What happened? What are you talking about? What's going on? Yeah, it's true. And I can't remember if I really truly believed it or not at this point, but Mum and Dad said they're going to drive round to May's house. And I actually have carers that come in, so I stayed behind and waited for my carer to come. And they'd gone to May's house. Mum, Dad and Nicole went to May's house. And my carer turned up and she was like, hi. I was on my own at this point in the house. And she was like, hi. And I was like, remember my friend May? Because they'd met. She's like, yeah. And I was like, she's dead. And then I cried. And then Mum and Dad came home and was like, it's true. May's mum is in a state. The police have been round. I went to the inquest, like 2 months later, and the main like person sitting at the front, she was explaining everything that happened, and this is basically what happened. So the last time I spoke to May was she got drunk, and after she sent that text, she walked or took the bus to Leighton Station. All of this, what I'm saying now, is from CCTV footage. I haven't seen the CCTV footage, but the judge person at the inquest has seen it, and she was explaining verbally what she'd seen. So I know that this is fact. May used her oyster to get through the barriers, and Leighton Station is an overground station, but underground tubes go through this station. And there are like a set of like pillars or pillars along the platform. So May had walked down the stairs to the platform and stood behind one of the pillars. So you have the platform, then the station and the pillars, and she was facing the wall away from the tracks. And as a train was approaching the platform, this is an underground tube train, as the train was approaching the platform, she quickly ran from behind the pillar and sort of leaped onto the tracks and fell onto her knees and hands. And as she was about to get up is when the train made contact. May's funeral was the first ever funeral I've ever been to, and it was intense. We drove to May's house first, and I sat in the car, and some white horses pulling a glass case, if you would like, turned up, and these white horses had pink feathers, and inside the glass case was a white coffin with gold handles. And May was a very skinny person because she had struggled with an eating disorder that hadn't been diagnosed. For whatever reason, the doctors didn't believe she had it. I don't know, but I knew she had it because she was 6 stone 10 the last time she weighed herself. She would weigh herself religiously twice a day, every single day. If she put on even half a pound, because she had one of those digital scales that would show even a quarter of a pound, even if she put on like a quarter of a pound, she would restrict what she would eat. She would, she told me that she would binge and then purge and try and make herself sick. And yeah, she would just calorie count and restrict all the time on food. So she definitely had an eating disorder that hadn't been diagnosed. I think she even knew it, but yeah, so she was so skinny, and you know, for a 21-year-old, this coffin looked like a child's coffin. She was tall, but she was so skinny. It was ridiculous. She was cremated, so we went to the crematorium for the service, and there was a slideshow of all her school pictures and like just pictures, and she was carried in. The song Ain't No Sunshine When You're Gone was playing, and then after that was Only Know You Love Her When You Let Her Go, and then Fields of Gold, and that is when the priest dude was like ashes to ashes, and that was hard. The curtains closed, these maroon curtains closed around her, and then we lit off some balloons. I took this photo when May was round. She was feeling really low and she didn't want to talk, she just laid on this sofa that I'm sitting on, and she just closed her eyes, and I was mucking about with my camera, and I took this picture of her. Yeah, so that's a picture of her. May left us on the 15th of June 2016, and the funeral was exactly 1 month after, which was 15th of July 2016. The last activity I did with her was go to the cinema with my younger sister Nicole to watch Conjuring 2. And we went on the 13th of June, 2 days before she left us. And I've still got the tickets. You can't really see the writing anymore because this is the tickets, mine, May's and Nicole's tickets to watch Conjuring 2. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this interesting. It's just another chapter of my life that's happened. My best friend killed herself, and it's something that is going to stay with me forever. And I think it's important to talk about it, and sometimes when you don't want to talk about it with your family, talk about it to yourself. So yeah, that's kind of why I did this, I think. But yeah, bye.